Welcome to What's the Score for Norwich City away in this post-lockdown-ish Premier League. I am joined by Adam Sutton, who, as you all will know, got the score correct for the derby. He predicted it would be a 0-0 draw. Adam, congratulations, mate. Only the second person this season to get that right. And so you are the guest of honour on this week's What's the Score.
Cheers, Les. It's an honour, really, isn't it, to predict such a crazy scoreline in the end. To be fair, it's kind of out of hope more than anything that we wouldn't concede, because I think if we conceded one, then it might not have been nice. But seen a few differing opinions on the results and stuff like that. But you know what? First game back after however many months, stopped possibly the best team in the world scoring and nearly nicking at the end. So yeah, it was. It wasn't said in confidence, but I'm happy it came true.
Yeah, I'll take that. So you've done a lot in life. You've won a lot of things. You won a lot of accolades. Where does this rank getting the score prediction right? And what's the score?
To be fair, is Kate Riley-James the only other one to predict?
She is the only other one.
See, I'm up there with some greats, to be fair. So it's it's up there, to be fair. I can't really say anything tops it, actually. No. But can I do it again? Which is the main thing I'm looking to, but obviously never been done before. So hopefully.
Well, yeah, that will be unprecedented if you can get two scores on the bounce. Even if you can just get two scores, that would be unprecedented. But two on the bounce would be something else. I mean, we're talking sort of Ajax and Bayern Munich, 1970s triple Champions League winners, European Cup winners, not Champions League, sorry, my mistake. So the game tonight, there's been one change to the team. So I'll just run through the team quickly. Pickford in goal, Dean, Holgate, Keane and Coleman. Then Bernard comes in for Anthony Gordon. Davis and Andre Gomez in the middle again. Iwobi on the right. And Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin up front. What do you make of that?
I think it's a good side. I think the side is good enough to win the game. I think maybe with Bernard, no real negative towards Anthony Gordon, but I think he gives us a little bit more of a dynamic threat on that left-hand side at the moment, hopefully, and I think Anthony Gordon will in the future be holding down that left wing spot. I think he did okay in the derby, as you say. It's such a massive game, and it's so hard to come into that and make an impression on it, but he did his bit, did what he needed to do. But I think Bernard might have that little bit, something special to unlock the door really against Norwich, and I think they will sit deep, invite us on, and I think a couple of key passes or a little turn, burst of pace will be really good for the Blues. So I'm happy with the side. I think it's all about Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, whether they can get on the score sheet. And as I say, the likes of Bernard, Iwobi, and the other lads backing them up. But I think it's a good enough side to beat them. They're struggling. And sometimes we find ourselves struggling against teams like that who invite us on. But I think with the players we've picked, we should be able to beat these pretty convincingly.
Mm-hmm. Well, funny you should say that we struggle against teams like this. In the last 10 against Norwich, which stretches all the way back to 1990, by the way, because they've not been in the Premier League that much. Away at Carrow Road, we have won 1, which was a 3-2 win in 2004, lost 4 and drawn 5. So it's not a great ground for us. It seems like whenever the Reds go there, they just roll over, get the bellies tickled, and about 6 stuck past them. When we turn up, they sort of become a cross between 1989 AC Milan and 1970 Brazil.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, as much as we've struggled against them, I don't think we've struggled to score goals against them, to be fair. I can always remember it being 2-2s and 3-1s and stuff like that. And I think that 3-2 was Ferguson scored in that game, maybe. Kilbanner, I remember, possibly. So it's all about defence-wise, how we can, when we do say get an early goal, which I think we might do tonight, we go for the juggler there, I think, and we have to go and attack once more rather than maybe sitting back on what we've got, which suggests that we might invite on pressure and an equaliser in maybe recent years. I think if we do go get a goal, we've got to trust that back four. We've got to trust whether it be Gomez or Davis to sit a little bit deeper and go and get 2 or 3, because as you say, that's what Liverpool do. They get one and they don't sit there. Mm-hmm. They go and kill a team off, and I think that's what Norwich are susceptible to. And Southampton did it when they played against them last week earlier this week. Last week.
Friday, wasn't it?
And they got one, and then they just grabbed another second minutes later, and that's it then. It's game over.
Yeah.
So
they're not coming back from that. Unless it's Everton, of course, you just never know, do you?
That's true, yeah, that is true.
Pucky's not scored since December so he'll be one to watch tonight. But I mean, just to talk about Everton, because as you said, I think it's kind of in our hands. This, their front line shouldn't cause us many problems, given sort of how resilient we were against Liverpool. Ancelotti was derided by some pundits for playing a defensive game, but it's like, if you can keep the Reds at arm's length, you do it, don't you? And we did. Pickford didn't have a great deal to do. I thought he did all right, actually, with what he did have to do.
Yeah.
He looked, I wasn't worried about him.
No, it was
Most of the game was the first time in a while. But yeah, you kind of think that if that defence keeps its solidity in the midfield, sort of does that job it did, it was very tight and compact, we should be all right. I think, as you say, though, we need more from Iwobi in this one, don't we? We need more attacking impetus. And, he didn't do much when he had the ball, but I suppose he did cover Coleman quite well against Liverpool. But I think today we need to see more from him, don't we?
100%. I think it's that more freedom that the wingers will get, which is harsh slightly on Anthony Gordon, actually, because I think this is probably more his game to express himself and show what he can do. But I think, with the likes of Iwobi, as long as him and Bernard stick to their defensive duties when needed, they'll have the chances to push on, and there will be gaps in between Norwich's midfield and defence that they can get the ball on the half turn with and really cause damage there. And as you say, I think if we can adopt the defensive way of playing that we did against Liverpool, but then have a little bit more about us going forward and create more chances, which, as I say, we will be able to, then I think in our hands is the right way to go about it. It's our game to go and win, really, whereas the derby might have been ours to try and get a result.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And it's like Richarlison showed in flashes what he can do against Liverpool. I think this is very much a game he'll be looking forward to on Calvert-Lewin. It's going to be, for us, it should be all about them today, shouldn't it? Pick up where they left off, really.
Those two have got to make a massive impact today. And if you're a forward playing against a team like Norwich, who really are down at the bottom, they don't look confident at all, you've got to smell blood here, really. And if one of them scores, I think the other one will, actually. And as you say, before the break, they've been working so well together, and it's time to pick up where they left off now.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm going to launch into Ref Watch here. I've actually just got it up on the phone from some sort of Norwich paper because I forgot to look before it was. Apparently the referee's Andy Madley and Jonathan Moss on VAR. Christ, was Jonathan Moss Man United?
Yeah.
He was, wasn't he? Was it?
I'm not sure.
There's a couple of referees who just sort of like, they sort of morph into just one really, really shit referee.
To be fair,
he's one of them.
I'm very much non-ref watch inclined, to be fair. But they're all the same. I think my dad does his research on the ref and tells me who it is before most games. But unless we're not getting absolutely done over by a VAR decision or just poor refereeing, I think we need to look past whoever's got the whistle in their hand today. Like, I think it's all about us and whether we can heap on more misery. And we shouldn't be looking for decisions from referees to be beating a team like Norwich. But as we say, it's, you never know what can happen with them lot. So
it is in our own hands. But I think Jonathan Moss, they called him John Moss is definitely going to have some sort of impact on the game from VAR, isn't he? It's been a bit weird, VAR, since it restarted, hasn't it? Like, you look at the Sheffield United game, they didn't even look to VAR for that goal that should have been given. And there's just been a couple of mad decisions already, I think, where it's sort of, I don't know, it's still not working.
No, it's not working. And to be fair, other than that, there hasn't really been a massive shout for it that it's gone wrong. And obviously, probably the biggest error it's made so far, but that's probably the goal line technology, maybe VAR. But VAR should obviously come in and overrule that. But it's kind of, I don't know whether it's maybe been slickened up slightly, but it was getting to a point where there was 3 or 4 minutes in between any decision. I think they've quickened that up, actually, which is good to see. Just whether they can carry on or start to make the right decisions every time is yet to be seen. But yeah, there's so many opposing views on it. I think Redknapp was talking about it the other day. Someone giving offside and the foot was offside, and he said, well, what's the difference between a foot and an elbow? And yeah, there's so many ways you can talk about it. As you say, I just hope it doesn't mess over an Everton team that deserves to win and sometimes, or in the past, hasn't because of poor refereeing or VAR decisions.
Yeah, Redknapp sort of not known his arse from his elbow, literally there.
Well, yeah.
Nothing new. Right, we'll go on to score predictions then. The big moment for you here, mate.
Of course.
Take a deep breath. I'll read out everyone else's. You compose yourself. So Dave Downey said 4-0 Toffees, Davis hat-trick. Then he pedalled back on that a bit and said, sorry, moments of weakness, 1-1 Keane. First goal scorer. Michael Keane, by the way. I'm going to take him up on his 4-0, to be honest. Laura said 2-0 to the Blues. Jack Carlisle said 2-0 to County Road Catenaccio. Rob Vera said 2-1 Tops. Feels like a classic DCL and Richie squeaker. And then Hannah said 3-1 because I'm going to be trying more. Going to try to be more optimistic. So, yeah, a pretty solid round of everyone saying we're going to win there. I'll go along with that and say 2-0 Richarlison. It's a big moment. What are you saying?
Was it Hannah who said 3-1? I think it
Hannah
was.
She said 3-1, yeah.
I'm going to go with Hannah's prediction of 3-1. I'm going to go for Tom Davis to score the first.
Oh, come on, lovely stuff. I'm still gutted about the derby that he never netted.
It's haunting me. That's why he's going to make up for it. He's going to. I think he scored. Maybe is it 1 or 2 that I remember vaguely earlier on in the season, where it's that Holgate flick at the front post. Yeah. Davis gets onto it. He's had a couple of those chances, and I fancy us to score from something like that, whether it's a free kick or a corner, ghosting in the back post, as he did against Liverpool, who was so unlucky to hit the outside of the post. But yeah, I think Davis will get a chance and score tonight, and that'll be maybe go one up, maybe 2 up, and they'll grab one and hopefully finish him off at the end.
Yeah, right. Get your bets on 3-1 Tom Davis goal scorer because Adam said so.
Definitely.
Right, it's half an hour to kick off, so you go and get your scran out the oven. I'll go and get the pizzas ordered. Thanks for doing that, mate.
Lovely.
I'll speak to you soon. Up the Toffees.